Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you so very much for joining me this evening. And I'd like to apologize that tonight's presentation is a pre-recording due to a family gathering this evening. I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements. This coming Friday, 7 p.m., will be a New Year's Puja to Lord Ganesh for New Beginnings. Then next Tuesday will be part 36 of our Kali for Everyone series. We'll be honoring with a puja and a satsang, another Tibetan form of the Divine Mother, Shukasiddhi. And then the following Friday will be a Chua-based meditation for Mahakali. This is the sum total of the three Kalis we've been honoring previously in our Chua series. Tonight is part 35. Of our Kali for Everyone series, and we're honoring Kali Mahamaya. Just for the upcoming episodes, 7 p.m., you're welcome to join us live on YouTube, and you're always welcome to join us at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. So, on with our satsang, part 35 again of our Kali for Everyone series. Kali Mahamaya, also known as Mahamaya Kali or Mahamaya Kalike, and she refers to the goddess Kali in her aspect as the great illusion or enchantment, a concept in Tantrism known as Mahamaya. She is the supreme power that both creates and destroys the veil of illusion or Maya in the universe. In Hindu Shaktism and Tantric traditions, Kali is the fierce embodiment of time, or Kala. She's transformation, destruction of ego and ignorance, and ultimate liberation. And that ultimate liberation is known as moksha. As Mahamaya, she is the divine force that weaves the fabric of the material world while at the same time shattering it to reveal the ultimate in truth. Mahamaya means the great illusion or great enchantment, and is our tendency to view the material world around us as the ultimate reality. The Divine Mother is the force behind material creation, and so she is the force behind our being trapped in this illusion of Maya. But she also helps us to see beyond that same illusion. So again, Mahamaya translates to the great illusion, and she is the architect of Maya, this illusory nature of reality, and its destroyer, guiding devotees beyond their attachments and toward enlightenment. Kali means the black one, or time, symbolizing her control over change, death, and the cycles of the cosmos. She embodies, therefore, a paradox. She's fierce and terrifying, destroying the demons of our ego. Yet she's also compassionate as a protective mother who liberates her devotees. In texts like the Chandipat, also known as the Devi Mahamaya, Kali emerges as Mahakali to enchant and defeat demons like Madhu and Kataba, showing her role in cosmic protection. In the first chapter of the Devi Mahamaya, Lord Brahma, the creator, is about to utter the divine syllable Om to bring the universe into being. But these two demons, Madhu and Kataba, form out of his earwax, and they begin to terrorize him, and so creation can't take place. Lord Brahma calls upon the Divine Mother, who then manifests and dispatches these two demons, Madhu and Kataba, so that creation can take place. By the way, Madhu and Kataba roughly translates to mean drunkenness and stupidity. Now, Kali, of course, is typically depicted with dark skin, representing the infinite void of space, or the absorption of all things. She wears a garland of skulls, which represent our severed egos, and a skirt of severed arms, actions dissolved. When we allow her into our lives, our actions become her actions. Her tongue out, representing both the vulva as well as the flame of the cremation fire. She's the force that brings us into existence and calls us home when our time has come. And her forearms hold a sword, the sword representing knowledge, the severed head of a demon representing our egos, and the gestures of fearlessness and of giving boons or of giving blessings. If we look on our altar this evening, I have a couple of these traditional Kali images, and in the center is a card from a modern divination deck, the Kali Oracle. And I highly recommend this deck both for the purpose of meditation as well as personal divinations. And this is Kali Mahamaya's card, and it was actually meditating upon this card that inspired me to do this particular installment of our series. And the artist, I think, really does a very good job in illustrating this concept, in that we have Kali and her reflection in a pool. And also she's flanked by two lotuses. And think of how the lotus grows up from the darkness and the muck and the mud at the bottom of the pool upwards toward the sun to bloom on the very surface. So Kali Mahamaya is central in Shaktism, that is goddess-based Hinduism and Tantra, especially in the Kali Kula, or Fellowship of Kali lineage. Devotion to Kali Mahamaya ultimately leads to freedom from illusion and union with the divine. So Kali Mahamaya refers to the Divine Mother in her supreme and all-encompassing form. So Kali is fierce yet compassionate. Mahamaya means the great cosmic power of illusion, the force by which the universe appears, sustains itself, and dissolves. And she both binds but also liberates. So together, Kali, the names Kali and Mahamaya, signify the supreme Shakti who creates, preserves, and dissolves the universe, veils reality through this idea of Maya, our getting wrapped up in the material, but also grants enlightenment. She helps us to see beyond that trap that we tend to fall into. She's terrifying to ignorance, but motherly to her devotees. In devotion, invoking Kali Mahamaya is a call for protection, destruction of inner darkness, ego, fear, or attachments, and spiritual awakening and freedom, or moksha. So the common devotional feeling behind her name is, O Mother, you who bind the world through Maya, and you free us through your grace. So in Shakta or Tantric philosophies, Kali Mahamaya is not merely a deity, but the ultimate metaphysical principle. She is the deepest truth about reality, consciousness, and liberation. So Maya, when we talk about being illusion, is not falsehood, but a creative power. It is sacred and powerful. Mahamaya projects multiplicity from unity, what we think of as dualistic thinking. It binds the personal soul through the concept of namarupa, or name and form, but also Mahavidya, the great wisdom that dissolves that same bondage. Bondage and liberation therefore come from the same source, the Divine Mother. So Kali's fearsome form targets the ego, not the soul. Her garland of skulls equals the death of false identities, the severed head, the cutting away of ego attachments, and standing upon Lord Shiva expresses the idea that consciousness without Shakti is powerlessness. And we are essentially Lord Shiva, whom Kali is standing on. We are like a corpse until we open ourselves, we submit ourselves to that divine force, that divine Shakti. So Shakti Tantra teaches us the principle of non-dualism. In the illusion of Maya, we get tied up in the idea of separateness, us versus them, me versus you. We are separate from everything else. And also that includes an idea of separateness from the divine. The divine is something out there. But that liberation comes when we realize that divine presence isn't just out there somewhere. It isn't just surrounding us, but it is within ourselves. And it's when we come to that realization that that creative force works through us in our thoughts, in our words and deeds. So in Shakti Tantra, there's no separation between the sacred and the profane, between pleasure and renunciation, the material world and liberation. The divine, again, is not something separate, but most importantly, within us all. So Kali Mahamaya is samsara, the cycle of suffering, which is seen through ignorance, but she is also moksha, our ability to see through via wisdom. The world is not to be rejected, but recognized as the goddess herself. We ourselves are not to be rejected, but recognized as the goddess herself as well. So her sadhana involves the shift from fear to intimacy. Tantric practice does not suppress fear, desire, or darkness. Instead, we offer them to the Divine Mother Kali. Through mantra, through ritual, and inner discipline, fear transforms into empowerment, desire into devotion, and death and change into liberation. And ultimately the sadhaka, that is the devotee, realizes, I am not separate from the Divine Mother. I am not separate from Kali Mahamaya. So Kali Mahamaya is the absolute that binds through appearance, but then liberates through recognition. Terrifying to the ego, but infinitely compassionate to the awakened soul. Jai Ma Kali Mahamaya. Jai Ma Kali Mahamaya. Jai Ma Kali Mahamaya. Namah. So there's some mantras that we'll be using this evening. The first is for the beginning of our practice tonight, will be the seed syllable Krim, which is Kali's Bij mantra or seed mantra. It's considered the essence of Kali, powerful for meditation on ego disillusion and fearlessness, and it's best chanted mentally, slowly, and with reverence. And then our Puja mantra, and this is Kali Mahamaya Tantric mantra, and I invite you to join me in chanting this, is Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. 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 So Om, the expansive power of the universe. Krim, the seed syllable for Ma Kali herself. Hrim is the Divine Mother in all of her aspects, all of her functions. And then Kalike, Ma Kali, Mahamaya, the great illusion, the great enchantment. Swaha, Swaha, I am one with the divine. And then there's a third mantra we're going to use during the guided meditation that I've come up with for tonight. And this is going to be a silent meditation. And you're going to, you're going to be breathing deeply. As you inhale, you're going to mentally chant the syllable Krim. And then as you exhale, silently, Kali Mahamaya. Inhale Krim, Kali Mahamaya. Inhale Krim, Kali Mahamaya. And chanting Kali Mahamaya mantras, really, and this is true for any Kali mantra, is not to control the goddess, but to allow illusion, that is, to allow Maya to burn away and be transmuted into wisdom, from Maya to Vidya. Jai Ma. So, at this point, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. Find a position where your back can be straight. And you can look upon your screen and our image of Kali Mahamaya with a relaxed gaze. And let's begin by some deep breathing. Taking a moment to ground and to center. If you have your personal puja set with you, make sure you have everything as well. Breathing away the cares and the concerns of the day. Breathing away those anxieties around things that have happened or things that need to happen. Those are all part of the web of Maya that we tend to get caught up in. And Kali, through the most basic mantra of the breath, teaches us to let those things go, to breathe those things away. And as you breathe, let your levels of relaxation increase. As well as a feeling of safety and security. Feeling yourself embraced by the presence of the Divine Mother, both within and without, above and below. And in preparation for our guided meditation, I invite you to think about something in your life, and this is really very appropriate for this turn from the old year to the new year, of something in your life, maybe a fear, maybe an insecurity that is ready for transformation at this point. Think about it. Maybe give it a name. What does it look like? What messages has it been telling you? What feelings manifest physically or emotionally with this issue? And take a moment to just acknowledge that in taking part in tonight's practice, that you're taking a most essential step in resolving that issue, in transforming that issue. And also take a moment to get in touch with that Divine Mother's presence within yourself, knowing she is here always to guide you, to teach you, to heal you, and to help you to see beyond that veil of Maya. And then I invite you to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And let's begin our practice by chanting the syllable Krim 3 times. So deep inhale. Krim. Second deep inhale, Krim. Third deep inhale, Krim. And then I invite you to join me in chanting our mantra. Om Krim Hrim. Pardon me. Kalike Maha-maye. Swaha. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. So taking a spoon of water from your water pot, cleansing your hands. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha, with your right hand anointing your third eye center and your heart center. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha, taking another spoon of water, cleansing your altar. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Taking the bottle of perfume, placing some on your middle or ring finger. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. And anointing your devotional images. Don't forget Lord Shiva underneath Kali. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha, and also anointing your third eye center. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha, taking your food offering with your right hand and offering it. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Lighting the candle on your altar. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Offering the flame with your right hand. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Lighting the incense. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. And offering flowers. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Bringing the palms of your hands together at heart center and bowing. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Jema Kali Mahamaya. Jema Kali Mahamaya. Jema Kali Mahamaya Swaha. Jema. 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 So I invite you to sit comfortably with your spine upright. Let your hands rest naturally upon your knees. Gently close your eyes. And we're going to start by taking 3 slow, deep breaths. So a deep inhale. And as you exhale, release tensions from the body. Second deep inhale. And as you exhale, release the noises of the mind. A third inhale. And as you exhale, release the need to control. And then I invite you to silently repeat after me 3 times. Mother, I come as I am. Mother, I come as I am. Mother, I come as I am. So now I invite you to bring your attention to your breath. Just breathe naturally. Don't change anything. Just witness the breath. Maybe feeling the air as it enters your nostrils as you inhale. and exits your nostrils as you exhale. And as you breathe, just allow yourself to notice any thoughts that arise. And notice any sensations that arise. And notice any emotions that may arise as well. And anything else that might manifest in your mind's eye or in your realm of awareness. Just let them come. Just recognize them, acknowledge them, and honor them. Let them come and then just let them go. And be open to the next thing that might manifest. And now, in your mind's eye, in the space before you, I invite you to imagine vast darkness, a void, infinite space, not empty, but alive. And know that this darkness is Mahamaya, the great illusion, the great enchantment, the womb of all creation. And from that void emerges Ma Kali. See her manifesting before you. Dark as infinite night. Eyes blazing with compassion. Wild hair flowing freely. One hand raised in protection. One hand offering the boon of freedom. She's not outside of you. She is the power that is seeing right now. She is within you and around you, above you, below you, surrounding you and within. So now as you breathe, I invite you with each inhalation to silently chant the mantra Krim. And as you exhale, Kali, Mahamaya. Inhale, Krim. Exhale, Kali, Mahamaya. Inhale, Krim. Exhale, Kali, Mahamaya. Inhale, Krim. Exhale, Kali, Mahamaya. And just continue this gentle mantra with the inhale and the exhale without strain. Just let it flow naturally. Continue the mantra. Inhale, Krim. Exhale, Kali, Mahamaya. Continue chanting. Hrim, Kali, Mahamaya. Inhale, Krim. Exhale, Kali, Mahamaya. And then take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the mantra. Resting in its power, feeling it both within and without. And then I invite you to bring to mind a fear, an identity that no longer works for you, or a story about yourself, your personal me, that you are ready to let go of at this time. That same thing you were thinking about before as we began our practice. And see it as a small flame in the center of your chest. A small, flickering, bluish flame. And then imagine yourself offering this flame into Kali's presence. She doesn't judge. She just simply looks upon you with compassion, and she absorbs it. And she absorbs that fear, that story, that identity that you no longer need. Notice that nothing essential has been lost. Awareness remains, and peace deepens further and further with every breath. This is just simply ego dissolving, attachments dissolving, illusions dissolving, and not you, not your true self. So rest here in a place of peace, in a place of stillness, in a place of silence for a while. And just feel that divine presence around you and, most importantly, within. And as you rest, feel the darkness you see is her. The awareness that you are is her. Your breath is her movement. And silence is her truth. And I invite you now to repeat slowly within your heart, within the center of your being. I am not separate from Kali Mahamaya. I am not separate from Kali Mahamaya. I am not separate from Kali Mahamaya. She appears as the world. She awakens as me. She appears as the world. She awakens as me. She appears as the world. She awakens as me. Just rest. Do not analyze, but recognize. And now I invite you to take another deep and clearing breath, letting go of any imagery, and just remaining as pure presence. And if thoughts arise, just let them come and let them go, like waves on the mother's ocean, the ocean in which your image is reflected. And take another deep and clearing breath. And I invite you to repeat to yourself, Mother, whether I know or forget, remain as my true nature. Mother, whether I know or forget, remain as my true nature. Mother, whether I know or forget, remain as my true nature. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So I invite you to take another deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation, keeping your eyes closed, being aware of the sound of my voice and any other sounds that are in your personal space. Being aware of the ground below you that supports you, the air upon your face, the clothes that cover you, and just anything else about your immediate surroundings that come into your awareness. Slowly move your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, arms and legs, keeping your eyes closed. Maybe give it a little stretch. Maybe another deep clearing breath. Slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And once again, acknowledge that presence of the Divine Mother both within and surrounding you. and thank her for being with you always. And affirm that you will maintain that awareness and let her creative energies flow through you in your thoughts and your words and your deeds. And also take a moment to give gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice, knowing you can replay this recording and do the meditation again as you have need. And slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me. And Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Om Krim Hrim Kalike Maha-maye Swaha. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So, before returning to the day or the evening's activities, spend some time in some quiet contemplation and just be aware of the effects of tonight's meditation. Maybe an emotional release, maybe feelings of deep stillness, feelings of clarity, or subtle joy. All of these are signs of Shakti settling. And I look forward to you joining me on Friday for our New Year's Ganesh Puja. And I wish you a happy and a safe New Year's Day coming up in a couple of days. And thank you once again for joining me. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Thank you again. Have a good night. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma.